Hey, hey.
Okay, now Wednesday. Here we come.
Someone commented in the 9 o'clock show about how the ladies got the pink memo, I got the blue memo, and we're following too many gender
Yeah.
norms here, so I'm going to go put on some pink for the 2 p.m. show.
There
Well,
we
you're
go.
a boy, so you wear blue.
Yeah, exactly. No. But everyone looks great. It's a sunny day and much more comfortable than we had over the weekend as we continue a couple days here with a little less humidity. Sunny skies, a few clouds here and there. This is kind of just a picturesque view of downtown. Those are like the little clouds you draw as a kid, like the nice big puffy white cloud. And there's just a few of them in the sky passing on through. Just a gorgeous day. Now, I will note that we, similar to yesterday, maybe a little bit more widespread, will have scattered showers and storms later on this evening. Some of the models show it along the lakefront, a few popping up in the suburbs. They'll be brief, but they could provide a quick little downpour. So our high today will be about right around 80 degrees, still comfortable out there. And as we look at the next 7 days, the heat and humidity will return, but not quite yet. We're going to be okay tomorrow. In fact, a really nice day. Comfortable, mostly sunny skies, a little bit warmer up to 84. The humidity returns and the heat returns for the weekend. And with that, scattered storms on and off pretty much the next 5 days, starting about Friday. Even if you don't see rain on all those graphics, there's some days where it's a 10 or 15% chance. Still a chance. They could pop on up. But dew points right now are in the low 50s. So, Deanna's hair, you're up today. I was hoping you'd have the demonstration of the dew point hair, Deanna.
Is this becoming a thing? I think this is becoming a thing.
Yeah, trust me, I was hoping you'd show how straight and nice it was with no dew point, but that's okay.
Oh my goodness. I'll try next time just for you, John.
For sure.
Okay, guys. Let's actually bring in Brandon Pope. He has some breaking news to report for us right now, some things that we need to know happening in the world. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's up, guys? So tell me if you heard this name recently. Michael Flynn.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, yeah? Well, he's former Trump National Security Advisor, and he's back in the news. A U.S. appeals court has ordered his criminal case to be dismissed entirely. Now, a lot of this centers around the Russian collusion case in the 2016 election. You may remember he pleaded guilty in late 2017 to lying to the FBI about his conversations with Russia's United States ambassador at the time. Those conversations happened weeks before Trump's inauguration. So why was this case dismissed? Well, Flynn's lawyers and the Trump Department of Justice pushed the appeal to a higher court after a DC federal court judge refused to dismiss the criminal case. So it went to appeals court, and a 2-1 ruling said the DOJ holds the power to make criminal charging decisions and nobody else. They've been pushing to drop this. The appeals judges were on their side. Trump has responded in a tweet. He calls the news of this great. He's been pushing this heavily. Why does this matter? It could mean the end of a really long-running legal fight we've seen play out throughout since the election. Began with Flynn pleading guilty to lying to the FBI back in December 2017 about his contacts. So yeah, we're seeing this saga finally come to an end, and it's going to be interesting what the ramifications are for 2020. Maybe Donald Trump uses this to kind of bolster his claims of culpability, and no collusion and things
Right.
like that. So that's why it matters now.
It's interesting because, what Bill Barr did, our attorney general, is one debate. What this court ruled on, I haven't read the entire ruling, but seems to be just about the authority that the Department of Justice has. They weren't weighing in on Michael Flynn's guilt or innocence. They were simply weighing in on whether William Barr has the authority to do this. So a lot of people rushing at the appellate court saying, no, Michael Flynn admitted he lied to the FBI. They were not retrying the case itself.
That's exactly it. It's not exactly a acquittal of
Right.
Michael Flynn. It is a focus on the DOJ's power and sole power in the court's eyes to make this decision.
Well,
Yeah, and
time
also-
will tell whether or not this has any implications on election season, November 2020.
Well, we know he's going to tweet about it. We know Donald Trump is going to use it to the full.
Well, Michael Flynn really is a lightning rod sort of person. He divides people a lot like President Trump does. Some people see him as this hero, and some people see him as someone who admitted he lied to the vice president, admitted he lied to the FBI. Now, whether the FBI should have even been investigating, that's obviously up to, well, now William Barr and the DOJ. But this does, as you were saying, Brandon, have ramifications not only on this case, but obviously future litigation that could come forward and the precedents that this sets for the DOJ moving forward, too.
Indeed.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, B. Pope. We appreciate it.
Mhm.
And we should just mention that New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, they are going to be requiring 14-day quarantine for travelers from states with high COVID-19 rates. We were just talking about it in our pre-show meeting of how this could even be implemented
Yeah.
legally.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges to like restricting travel between states. A lot of states have had these sort of restrictions. Even Illinois, when we were in the early stages, we were trying to tell people if they were coming from somewhere else, a 14-day quarantine. So the devil will be in the details on the enforceability of this and if there's any action for people seen breaking their quarantines. Hawaii had a really strict quarantine procedure in place for people that visited the island and left their hotel. They were arresting people too. And also breaking is the fact that the European Union is looking to prevent United States travelers from coming into their countries even after when their July 1st restrictions start to lift too.
And look how well it worked out for Hawaii, though. However, they don't have anything bordering them. So you're literally just monitoring the people who are getting on and off planes. I just don't know how this could be implemented logistically as well as legally.
I mean, I think the only thing we can do is play it safe, right? If you know that you're going to a different state or out of the country, you know what you have to do. And, when you come back, just take those precautionary measures. I'm sure health is a top priority for a lot of people. So just, I don't know, you have to play it safe.
Hey, look,
there's still a lot of things we don't know.
As an Illinois resident, we've done a really darn good job bringing cases down. This is selfish of me to say, maybe, but I don't want people from Arizona and Florida coming in here when they've been not wearing masks and at restaurants and beaches for months.
Yeah.
So I understand. I wouldn't be surprised if Governor Pritzker gets on board on this too at some point.
I had that exact same thought yesterday, John, and I concluded that thought by saying that we're all in this together. We can't be like, well, that's your state and that's where you live and you should have done this. Unfortunately, that's not how a virus works. They don't look at your state license to see whether or not they should infect you.
There are no boundaries.
Yeah, there are no boundaries. Okay, guys, let's keep it moving and get on to our first guest, one that's really, really exciting. It's going to have us all laughing. Check out the reason why.
Hey, if this isn't the greatest song of all time, it's one of them. I'm going to be 89 years old, walking around my house talking about, I hop on the planet. Rihanna is forever hilarious for making this song because I can just imagine the dude outside of her house standing like this. He just sitting there like this. Hey, it don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Indian, young, old. When this song come on, you're gonna stop and listen to it. My fire.
Okay, clearly he has us all laughing. You need to know him if you don't yet. Trevor Norris, you guys. Trevor Norris, comedian, content creator. He's literally gone viral in the last several months, making videos, making videos for social media and particularly TikTok. I think he has over 100,000 followers on TikTok now. Trevor, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Trevor, you look good. You don't have to mess with your hair. You look good.
Trevor, you ever get a sore voice after screaming those songs out?
Yes, I know. At some point, I know what video. It's not one time try, so I have to get it perfect. So it's a lot of different tries. So
how many takes do you typically have to do to get something like that?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Because we all have it. We got the multiple pictures and videos in our cell phone, and we go and try to pick the best one and filters and all of that.
Like Snapchat doesn't like me right now. Like I'm just I upload, delete. I'm just like, it got to be perfect.
As someone who went viral on TikTok yourself, I know a lot of people out there are trying to do the same thing. Was it trial and error to just see what stuck with people, and then once you found it, you ran with it?
See, yeah, and I've been making videos for a long time, so I wanted to start pushing. Since it's a new crowd of people, I wanted them to be like, I want to introduce them to a different and what I actually do and stuff like that. But the actual initial video that I posted, it had blown up on Twitter and everything at first, and then I got tired of not blowing up on TikTok and everything and trying to get people interested. So I just posted it, and then it ended up blowing up. And then afterward, I was like, why wasn't I doing this in the first place? And just started and just ran with it. So I mean, and just this month alone, I've gained over 100,000 followers. I mean, it's crazy.
Trevor, I have to ask, when you're recording the videos in your car, are you parked right outside your house? Are you running errands? Are you like out in the street? Like, what is going on?
I got to get the perfect lighting. So so wherever I am, that's where it's gonna be at.
He said it is what it is. I mean, what has it been like embracing TikTok? First of all, how long have you been on it?
Yeah, so I got on TikTok last year, but I didn't really start posting videos.
Okay.
So like I was still doing Twitter and stuff like that. So I just now really started like pushing it once quarantine started. So
okay,
really,
I was
like,
gonna say a lot of people, the app has really blown up since we've been in quarantine.
So
and
like
everything.
March is when I really just started posting stuff. So it was like I was posting 3-4 videos a day, but now I'm just like I gotta wait. I gotta just post one single video there. I'm gonna run out of music.
Okay. So what's your favorite platform?
TikTok is the easy. I mean, I've seen that TikTok is the easiest to get followers from out of everything. Twitter, it's easier to get across the world, and that's been my platform for the past 6-7 years. So I just know that off the top of my head. But TikTok is harder to get an audience, but once you get it, they're stuck. So it's just like, and it just keeps growing and growing. So I mean, I would say TikTok right now. Twitter is definitely my go-to for everything else outside of the singing videos, because obviously people don't like my other stuff yet. But
Trevor,
I'm trying to get to that point.
I gotta know. So when I see you singing Miley Cyrus and when I see you singing Backstreet Boys, are you making fun of people that do like that stuff, or are you making fun of yourself because you are a part of that team too?
Yeah. See, my biggest one is Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift I've been her fan since her first album. So people make fun of me all the time for it. So I just run with what I know. And so, I know the fan communities are huge, and some people may not like them, some people do. So I try to play to the stuff that I know and the communities that I would want to be a part of.
I mean, you went from like pop, rock, you have a whole mix of music. Is that how you were growing up, or how did you get kind of familiarized with all those types of music?
Yeah, see, I grew up listening to all of that stuff, and I didn't know that people didn't listen to all of it when I was growing up. So it was just like, now growing up, when you grow up and then people around you don't know the same music that you know, but then you get on the internet and then everybody knows it. You're like, wow, I didn't know people actually listen to this stuff except for me. So it's crazy.
Where are you going with all this newfound fame? I know you said you were doing videos before, but you've really blown up and you've got news articles out there on you and everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to, once quarantine and everything slows down, I'm trying to travel. So that's why I moved back home from college. So I moved back home so I could just save up and travel. And so I don't have to be stuck in one spot and then try to get people to come through or whatever. So I just want to travel from place to place and meet with people that I've been friends with for, 6-7 years that I've never got to see before. Now that I actually have a platform and I can actually do stuff to help them and help myself. So it's real crazy how, I don't know specifically.
I imagine you're taking, or people are giving you a lot of requests for songs. I'm sure you want to honor some of those, but at the same time, you don't probably want to be pigeonholed as just the guy who sings the songs and makes fun of them. So that's got to be a balancing act, right? Trying to get people to really buy into your other stuff too.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to pick and choose, but some songs I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And some I'm like, okay, this has a strange history behind it or something like that I can actually get people to talk about and remember the song. But I have a green screen right next to me. I make videos, I do a lot of stuff. So it's just like, I'm still a content creator. I'm still a videographer, or whatever you want to call it, a influencer. So I want to just push everything.
Yeah.
Music wise, I got all the songs on the list really. So I just know, like, if it's a good song, I'm gonna do it later and perfect time. And
Trevor, I think you've taken me down memory lane one too many times. And to John's point about making fun of the song, for me, when I'm watching your videos, it's not necessarily making fun of the song. I think I laugh about it too, but you make me question every single part of the lyrics that I'm like, why was I singing this in like 5th grade? Like, who am I right now?
Exactly. And that's why I was like, I don't know. I actually have to go back and listen to the songs and see, like, I have to have a perfect intro. I have to have a perfect, like, questioning part of the song and everything. So it's like I gotta pick and choose what songs I pick specifically for that reason. So people can be like, oh, I didn't know about this song, and stuff like that.
Does it ever feel overwhelming? I mean, we got Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and people sending messages and suggestions and the pressure to continue to create content. Do you ever feel like, oh my goodness?
See, I canceled all my relationships and everything because this is what I want to do. So I'm not canceled it, but like I had to pick and choose. And it was just like I had to make a sacrifice for myself. So like I don't have a choice now. I don't have a choice but to make it. So all the support and I don't get a lot of hate. So it's just like it's all support, all overwhelming. Not overwhelming because I've been doing it for so long, but it's just like I made this sacrifice for myself and I don't have a choice at this point.
One thing I like about you and your message is so many influencers are out of New York or out of LA, but you're proud to represent Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi, so we trying to make it for the whole state.
Nice.
That's great. Well, Trevor, best of luck to you, my friend. You're off to exciting things. I love your videos. I think they bring, and I imagine that that's one of the great joys, is they bring people a smile during crazy times we live in 2020.
Yes, I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, all right, let's get the information up for Trevor, where you can follow him, social media star, Trevor_Norris0 on Twitter and Instagram, and then at Trevor Norris on TikTok. Thanks, Trevor.
Trevor, thank you.
Bye, Trevor.
Bye.
Great stuff.
Guys,
what a sweet guy.
I know. I have a confession. My girlfriend and I tried to make a TikTok video yesterday. And it took us an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to do a 45-second, I'll share it with you guys later, a 45-second clip. I mean,
was this during work hours or should you have been doing a story instead, Deanna?
This is like 8 p.m., which we should have started earlier because I was hating myself at midnight. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, you already committed to it. So you got
you can't quit. And it was like the last clip we couldn't get. I'm like, no, we have to do it because we're too far in.
Well, now I got to see that.
Yeah. I gotta share it. You guys are gonna laugh. All right, guys, ready for the next guest?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, we have 2 guests coming up, and we are actually switching gears here, talking about something a little more serious: Lyme disease and Lyme disease protection. Since, of course, many more people are outdoors, what to look for, how to protect yourself. I want to go ahead and welcome Alex Moresco and Dr. Casey Kelly. Hello.
Oh, we're going to get them both in here in a second. You know, Lyme disease is one of those diseases that we've learned a lot more about in the past 15 or 20 years. And there's been a lot of misdiagnosis, or people, have a lot of symptoms that doctors were trying to eliminate so many different things. And it's not till they get to the question of, have you been in tall grass or something, that people realize what's going on. So I'm glad we got Alex Moresco and Dr. Kelly in now. Good morning.
Hi, ladies.
Casey, I think you're
Good morning.
There we go.
I got it.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We are talking about Lyme disease. And sometimes we were just saying a lot of people don't know what it is, don't know how to check for it. So Dr. Kelly, let's start off with you. What are the top things that people should be looking out for?
Well, when it comes to acute Lyme disease, the first thing you want to do is check for ticks. Ticks are the main carrier of Lyme disease. And so you want to be, whenever you go out in the public, even if it's just gardening in your yard, you want to be checking for ticks. Little tiny things. They have 8 legs, and they can be big and they can be small. And so you want to check everywhere for them. The big kind of quintessential Lyme signal is this rash. It's called a bullseye rash, and it looks like a bullseye. It's very well named for that, where the tick bit you. People will also get flu-like symptoms, fever, fatigue, malaise, joint pain, or joint swelling. Those are the big main symptoms that we find in acute Lyme disease. So if you get a fever in the middle of the summer, you want to start thinking about maybe you got bit by a tick.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, let's chat with you, because I know you've kind of gone through this journey. Walk us through your story about how you found out or got Lyme disease and how you've had to deal with that.
So sadly, my story is not unique. You kind of hear the same story from everyone that, has late stage Lyme like myself. I'm a city girl. I live in Chicago. I went to Northern Michigan with my husband one time, and I came back, and as Dr. Kelly was just saying, I had flu-like symptoms for months. And I went to my GP, and they had no idea what was wrong with me. They diagnosed me with everything from thyroid issues to the stomach flu to food poisoning, just because they couldn't explain it. So it took me 2 years to get diagnosed with Lyme. And I'm in my mid 20s now. This was my early 20s. I started losing my memory and I was essentially bedridden. And then finally I found a doctor that was like, I think we should test you for Lyme disease. So that was 2 years in, and now I've been in treatment for about 4 years, and have, done everything under the sun, and I'm semi-functioning. So
Oh, wow.
Gosh.
We're very happy to hear that you're doing so much better. I guess I want to know, is this an attack on the immune system? I'm just trying to better understand what exactly is happening with Lyme disease. I heard you mention flu-like symptoms, but what kind of disease is it actually?
So Lyme disease is caused by a bacteria, Borrelia burgdorferi. There are other Borrelia species that can also cause Lyme-like symptoms. So we often actually use Lyme as kind of an umbrella term to include other tick-borne infections. There are other bacteria and parasites and things that come on ticks as well. So it's an infectious disease that is transmitted by a biting insect.
And is there a cure for it?
Cure is probably the wrong word when it comes to chronic Lyme. If you get an acute tick bite and you get treated right away, then you have a very good odds of clearing it. But as in like Allie's case, where she said she's in late stage, she was sick for 2 years before it was diagnosed. That's a different beast altogether. Chronic Lyme is with you, kind of like chickenpox will always be with you for those of us who had chickenpox.
Yeah.
And so remission is probably a better word.
Doctor, now when talking about protecting yourself, is there some sort of bug spray, avoid certain areas? Is there something we can do to prevent this from happening to any of us?
Absolutely. I think it's really important to get outside, especially when we've all been stuck inside so much over the last few months. So getting outside is quintessential for our health and for our immune system, and our well-being overall, but you just have to take precautions. You want to use a non-toxic bug spray, something with a lemon eucalyptus oil in it, or a brand called Ranger Ready. These are non-toxic for your skin. If you're going to be hiking and being out in the woods or hunting, you want to wear your clothing sprayed with something called permethrin, which you can get at REI, sporting goods stores. You don't want to spray your skin, but you can spray your clothes with that. That will help too. Be really, really hip and tuck your pants into your socks when you're outside.
Yes.
So it's a good look. It's a good look. Wear your hair pulled back, maybe wear a hat, and just be really mindful. And then when you come back, make sure you do a tick check and kind of look everywhere for them.
Alex, I wanted to ask you about this journey, these 2 years where you didn't know what was wrong. What's your advice to people out there that aren't getting the answers they maybe want for doctors? I'm always like, oh yeah, trust your doctors; they know everything. But sometimes you have to be your best advocate and ask as many questions as possible.
Yes, you absolutely do. And that's something a lot of people in the Lyme community say, is that as a patient, you have to be your number one advocate. And personally, what I would say to somebody maybe who was going through the same experience or looking for answers is, your body best, so don't give up. I was told, for years that it was all in my head, or there was nothing wrong with me, or misdiagnosed with things that just didn't quite make sense or didn't match up with my blood work. So, you just trudge on and you keep asking questions and you keep going to doctors, and educating yourself and researching it for yourself. Just please don't give up.
Just as a quick follow-up, doctor, is the medical community getting better at recognizing the symptoms of Lyme disease and testing for this earlier in the diagnostic stage?
Slowly but surely, but sadly not enough. Back in the day when I went to med school, I wasn't really taught much of anything about Lyme in the Midwest. They were taught more about it in Connecticut, where it kind of stems in Lyme, Connecticut. But there's not a whole lot of knowledge about it. There's a lot of conflicting data out there on if it exists or if it doesn't exist. And so there's a lot of contention about it in the medical community. So a lot of doctors just don't have the education and background about these infections.
Well, let's get all the doctors on a Zoom call now and figure this out. We got the tools here. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Allie, I have a question as well. Just like John was mentioning, you mentioned one of your symptoms was memory loss. I mean, I can't even imagine going through something like that on top of not knowing what is going on through your body. You mentioned you were recovering. I mean, can we see a full recovery? Have you been having those conversations?
Yes. So tick-borne disease is a strange one, and it's so hard, to diagnose because there's hundreds of symptoms that you can get, right? So I had it for so long that unfortunately it's impacted my brain. It's shut down my immune system. So I have, a whole host now of other diagnoses and issues. So it's like peeling an onion, right? Which doesn't sound very appealing at all. But you kind of peel away these layers, and as you kind of treat one symptom and maybe it dies down a little bit, another one pops up, and you just kind of keep going and keep at it. So I am still very hopeful that one day I will achieve remission, but I know it's something that I will always have to manage. And I am okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess I'm curious to know, Alexandra, did you see a tick, or did you experience that? Will that tick be there, doctor? Or I guess, how can we keep an eye out on this?
So I'll just speak. I did not have a traditional bullseye rash, and you can't really see it here because the lighting is not very good, but I got a spotted leopard rash from my head to my toes, and I still have it to this day. So while I didn't have a traditional rash, within a week of coming back from Michigan, I had flu-like symptoms, and I had a different strange rash. So that's just for me personally. I know Dr. Kelly can speak more to those acute rash symptoms and, whether you find a tick or not, what to do with it.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Allie. Thank you for bringing that up, because, over half of people don't actually get a tick rash. And not all rashes are going to be bullseye. Some rashes are just red or striped or leopard, if you will. But if a tick bites you in your head, you're not going to see that rash either,
right.
And it goes away. It doesn't cause itching or anything. And you would never know that it's there if it's somewhere where you can't see it. But most people actually don't see a rash or a tick, for that matter. And ticks are tiny. Some of them are like, the larvae are like the size of a period on a piece of paper. So they can be really hard to find and see. And I would say most people don't see it, don't see the rash. And so they're not able to get the immediate treatment that they need.
Is this something that I need to be concerned about, like just going to Chicago, a park here in the city, or is it more so just something that I need to be concerned about, like if I'm going deep hiking you said you were in Michigan or something, a wooded area?
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. It's in all 50 states, for sure. I've had patients come to me after sitting outside at a restaurant in the city of Chicago with a tick on their arm. They are everywhere. So you just need to be mindful. So if you're going to go out and enjoy our outdoor areas here, just wear your bug spray and check. Yeah.
As someone who goes up to northern Wisconsin, Canada a lot, I have, as a kid, I got I think 2 or 3 different ticks that my dad saw, and I live in a family of paramedics, so they always want to do everything themselves. Is there a proper way to remove a tick? I don't even want to share what my dad did to find out if it was right. Or should we immediately go to a medical professional? Because like right then is when you should probably tackle that issue, right?
Yeah, you want to get it off of you as soon as possible. You can use some really good tweezers and get down to the very, very head of the tick and pull straight up until it releases. There are little tools, little tick twister tools that you can kind of slide around the bug and then you twist it. They're little plastic doohickeys. They work really well. Please don't put Vaseline on it. Don't burn it. Don't do anything of that. If you find a tick, keep it, because you can send the tick in for testing. There are places where you can send the tick and they will test for multiple different tick-borne infections. And it's much easier to find it in the tick than it is in a human. So that gives us a really good insight as a physician, knowing what tick infections you were exposed to.
My removal involved fire, but it was the 80s. So, Dad, you're forgiven, and let's not do that again.
Don't do that.
Very, very good. All right. Well, this is a really important story. I mean, I think that so many people are still, we hear about it a little bit more, but the understanding of Lyme disease and how to prevent it is still rather new for a lot of people. So thank you guys so much for sharing it.
Absolutely.
Let's get Allie's information here on the screen. If you guys have questions, there's her username at Allie T. Moresco. And then let's get the doctor's information as well. Here we go. Dr. Casey Kelly. You have the address and the website as well.
Yeah. Allie, good luck on your health journey.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
All right. Shifting gears, we're going to talk about style, something I could certainly use a little lesson on. And we're going to talk a little men's fashion too as we get into the summer months. And joining us is style expert David Sanchez. We're going to be talking about shopping our own closet, which of course is a little bit cheaper, although it's a strange journey to go on going back into my closet. David, thanks for joining us here today.
Hey gang, how you doing? Good morning.
Hey, David. Oh, you look so great.
It's so fun to be back here today talking summer fashion. You know, I love fashion, especially work in the modeling industry. So I'm excited to share some of my tips on how to look good this summer. So y'all ready to have some fun?
We all need it.
Well, first of all, we're looking good today. So thanks for looking sharp for me today.
Yeah. I feel bad. I have a print shirt just like that I was going to wear. So answers my first question. Prints are big poppin' prints are still in this summer.
They are. And you know what I think? I think we're all feeling this right now, especially being cooped up at home so much. Like, have some fun this summer. I think, I don't know about you. We've all had time at home, and you know, we've been, you know, looking at our closets. So much for me doesn't fit anymore. And so I was sort of thinking about this segment of like, how can we have some fun with summer when some of maybe our body shapes have changed, maybe our budget has changed, and we want to have some fun personalities. And I'm all about like statement pieces and like vacation shirts. So guys, I think like take the theme of vacation shirts and run with it. I always want to feel like I'm on holiday with like a margarita in my hand. So for me, I love those bigger sort of personality pieces. So I'm excited to run some looks for you today on how to look good and dressing with your closet. So y'all ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
You continue. I actually have a nice print shirt. I'm going to go put it on. I'll be right
Go
back.
get it.
You go.
Speaking of the print shirt, because you used to
Yeah.
kind of see it as just like a Tommy Bahama dad shirt kind of situation. You know, now they are so
Totally.
sleek and you get a chance to show so much personality.
You
It is
do.
really sexy.
And I think what's fun about it is a couple things. Don't be afraid to get something bigger. So for me, oversized is really fun. So if it's a size above or maybe an extra large, I think, you know, we all need a little, you know, hiding some of our curves, our COVID curves right now. So, you know, I think you can have some fun with those big pieces. And to me, patterns on patterns and patterns are so fun. So don't be afraid to mix around some of those textures and patterns. And I wanted to wear, oh, here we go. John is ready.
Yay!
Is this too touristy or is this okay? Because it's loud.
No, it's
I
good.
love it. So I know you're working right now, but I like to kind of keep things loose.
Hold on, no.
I'm
can
at
play
work
that
right
game.
now too. So
This is how John does his best work.
Oh.
Hell.
Yeah, exactly. So you could be out, you know, on the beach right now. You could be at a barbecue. You could be at, you know, work. So, you know,
I don't
be
know why
afraid
it looks so open, John. I don't think it's
Well, it's 'cause it's really open.
Yeah, John, you kind of sit a little differently. You
right.
I am ready to go to Roscoe's or Sidetrack and have a good old
Yes.
time, let me tell you.
But I love that girls are wearing a lot of great colors today. So Felicia, Diana, I love that you're wearing some beautiful corals and pinks because I'm actually going to go show you some looks today that incorporate that same color. So, you know, think about, you know, we've all got a little summer tan right now. So think about colors that really complement your skin tones. And I have 3 rules in summer dressing right now, which is oversized, really fun colors, and mix those patterns. And so here's a look that I love where I shop my closet, but actually I have a little surprise for you guys. Majority of these looks have been put together for $10 or less. And so this look, I got the shirt for $1, I got the jacket for $5, and the shorts for $3, and those are my own sandals. So really, this is such a fun look for me. I love this look because this little parka could be chilly in the summer, you know, if you're on the lake, or, you know, you could throw those separates on. But I love this color combination where you're just mixing. And I love that accessories with the hat. So guys, think about fun accessories, hats. Again, I always want to feel like I'm on vacation. So that's where you see that hat. This hat actually means so much to me because I got it for $1 at a thrift store in Gary, Indiana. Oh. And so when I was going to Michael Jackson's house a few summers ago, I love incorporating fun finds in my wardrobe. But I love this look. I think it's so fun.
David, I think we need a memo to straight men out there that shorts above the knees are really good. Show off.
I'm actually wearing.
Same here.
I'm actually wearing these same shorts.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, my brother is so funny because 42 and he never doesn't wear anything but cargo shorts. But if I see cargo shorts, no. But think about fun shorts, and I'm going to show you some more looks here with some cool shorts as well.
Okay.
Here's a look that I absolutely love. Again, I got this look for under $5. The shirt I got for $2 at a thrift store. The shorts I got for $1 at a thrift store. So don't be afraid to shop these really fun pieces. Obviously shopping in your closet, but then go and find these fun pieces. I'm a medium, but this shirt that you see on the screen is like an extra large. And so again, don't be afraid for those oversized. I kind of like the throwback to the 80s that it's giving me. And again, I feel like I'm in Hawaii, drinking a margarita on the beach. And that's the vibe that I really love right now. These shorts are fun because they're bright, bright, bright. So
yeah, it's
really,
just so fun, so colorful. And I could see that you unbuttoning it. It could be like a swimsuit cover up if you're in your birthday suit, or if you have like a little tank underneath. I mean, we got options, okay?
You got options, exactly.
And let's also talk about, we're eating outside, we're drinking outside. It's hot outside. Oversized is nice. You're not so sweaty. Don't feel so squeezed in.
But I love this look. I just think, finding those colors that really work for you. And for me, I typically wouldn't wear, maybe pre-COVID, I wouldn't wear such bright colors. So for me, even I'm stepping outside my comfort zone in this sort of outfit. And I think that's really fun. I would really encourage all of us to really just push the envelope and find something in your wardrobe or at a store that just doesn't normally, you wouldn't normally buy. So find those opportunities. I love this. So this is my pool look. So I wanted to show everybody, we're about to go to the beach. I'm so excited. Who's ready to go to the beach, Chicago? But this is what I would wear to the beach. So again, I got the shorts at a thrift store the other day for $3. These are actually J. Crew. The tag was still on. And this shirt I got for $2. And so you can put this outfit together. And then I went shopping in my closet. Scarves are really fun for guys. I have one here, you just roll it up and loosely tie it around your neck. And then, throw on a sandal-less shoe. For me, I would wear this look at the beach. I would wear it at a party. This is my July 4th barbecue outfit. So I know I'm going to be at a pool. I'll be at family's, friends. This is a perfect outfit for something like that.
And David, we've been wearing bandanas for years before this. We were ready for COVID, let me tell you.
Exactly. So, you can make a scarf a little more fashionable. And I think, depending on your comfort level, this is a really great way to accent and add a little spice to your outfit.
Hey, David, I don't know about you, but every time I go to thrift stores, either I have no luck or I have to tailor the clothes after. What are your maybe top 3 in the city, near the city, that you absolutely love to go to and find?
So I love these 3. Goodwill is great. The West Loop location is really great because that's where all those rich people drop off their fancy clothes. So scour them. The Village discount stores all over the city are my absolute favorites. A lot of these looks today that you're seeing, I got at Village Discount recently. And then I love Salvation Army, especially the location on Grand and Chicago. There's a really big location. And then my 4th, I'm going to add one more. If you wanted to support socially, Howard Brown is a really great, and they're up in Andersonville. So, my perspective when I go to these thrift stores, Deanna, you are correct. It's okay to take stuff in. You might spend a little bit more on the tailoring and the dry cleaning, but overall it adds up to the same price point. And so don't be afraid to, if something doesn't fit, take it in. Or what I've done a lot too, where I'll take, if I like the fabric, I'll sort of have it sewn on into another shirt or another garment. So if I have something I need to fix, finding ways to incorporate something that you really like. And then my biggest tip when you go to the thrift store is go with a budget and then always pick one thing out that you would never wear. So it's like that one piece that you sort of go, that is so not me. And really try to have some fun with that space, because again, you want to step outside your comfort zone. And if you're having a reaction to it, that's a good thing, because for me, I often wear a lot of blues. And so I'll find myself, especially at a shop, only looking at blue clothes. But then, so it makes me force myself to go to the reds and the yellows and the pinks and things. So really try to use those opportunities to play around a little bit.
David, do you have any ideas from going from Vroom to Zoom?
Yes, and I wanted to show you the next piece. Really, I hope it's the one with the suit look. because this is the quintessential summer look for me. So I used that same shirt and I threw on a pair of so I went shopping in my closet. So this is a really great linen jacket that I think a lot of guys typically have. And I threw it on with a white belt and a pair of just dark denim from my own wardrobe. So again, I went from that sort of beachy look earlier and I was able to dress it up. So for me, this is the perfect Zoom, we're all on office Zoom parties, or like I would wear this to a summer wedding or a smaller intimate, something, with friends. So this would be a really great date outfit or an office Zoom party. So I wanted to kind of show you how to take one of those really fun vacation tees and dress it up. And to me, like, I can't wait to wear this out, especially on a date. So who wants to ask me out? Let's go on a date, because that's how I'm going to look.
I want to go.
Right. Sign me up.
I love that look. You can go anywhere in that look, from date to church. I mean, literally anywhere. Business meeting, I can see it anywhere.
So that's what I want to emphasize is, here we are dressing up and we're still showing that summer personality. So I think that's really fun. So don't be afraid to add a little spice that way and shop in your closet. And I threw that sort of linen summer blazer over just from my own closet.
Did we go through all the looks?
There might be one or two.
Okay, I think that's a more,
Show us.
ready for Zoom.
I want to keep going. Okay.
So,
now this is adventurous
pattern.
now. Talk
So how do y'all feel about the pattern on pattern? Because I wanted to talk about the pattern on
I
pattern.
love it, but when I look at it in my closet, I feel like I can't make it work.
I feel like I can't pull it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I felt the exact
You
same
look so
way.
great.
Well, thank you. But again, these are the same shorts that you just saw with that pink shirt, that salmon shirt earlier. But I wanted to demonstrate, that mixing of patterns. So again, we all kind of feel the same way, like, ooh, I wouldn't put those patterns together. But to me, you're just going to have fun. So I'm going to wear this at the beach. Maybe I'm riding my bike around the city. I'm going to that pool party. So I wanted something where kind of like that layer that I can take off, but it's still showing that personality. So again, don't be afraid to have some fun with those mixing the patterns. I think what you're really communicating is, I'm here to have fun. I stand out and I'm not afraid to take some chances. And especially in life right now, those are such great things to be communicating to everybody right now.
That's bold. That's bold.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Next time I get there to those crosswords, I'm gonna send you a picture and you tell me.
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna
we
need
may
it.
have
We
one
got a
more
couple more
look.
looks. Let's talk through it.
Okay. Perfect.
Daniel will slap one up and you'll there. Oh, that's good.
Oh, this is slick.
That's
I
a
like this
throwback.
one.
That looks.
This
You
is-
look rich.
Thank you. And you know what I love about this look is I shopped from my closet, but the shirt, the belt, and the pants I each got for less than $1 or $2 each at a thrift store. So let's really break that down. I have a pattern short. So this is the shirt that I'm wearing is actually short sleeve. So don't be afraid to wear a short sleeve shirt under a blazer, especially in summer. I think just throw that notion that you have to have a cuff shirt, out the door. The shirt is actually an extra large. So to hide it, I tucked it in and I accessorized with a really bright belt. So I thought the belt really added some layers and some texture and personality to the outfit. And I shopped from my closet with that same linen blazer. But the pants are actually, so I want guys to really play around with shapes this summer. Again, I'm so into oversized because I need to hide those little COVID curves. But, think about the pants are actually pleated and oversized. And so they really give your body a really great shape. So don't be afraid to play around. And I would dress this with like a sandal or a really cool, maybe a sneaker, like a cool Adidas sneaker. So I threw the hat on just because I felt like this would be a great barbecue, a great wedding. I would even wear this to, again, like a fancy Zoom party. But I love this look so much because you see a couple textures here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's-
Is there
that
one
looks
more? Or
really
did we do them
cool.
all?
There we go.
Last one.
This is my absolute favorite look of them all. So I'm so happy we're ending here because when I was putting this look together, let's break this down. The shirt and the pants I got each at a thrift store for under $5, and that's a Neiman Marcus shirt. So, and I love the shorts because they're elastic. So find some things that are comfortable for you in this new shape of ours. And I've actually never worn a tie with a short sleeve shirt before. And I love the summer look. So I shot my closet with my jewelry and the tie accessory. So thinking of how to use some current items in your wardrobe differently now. And I think I love how the tie is communicating, you know, I'm dressed up, but I'm also ready to kind of be on a patio right now. So you can be in a couple different things right here, but the shorts are my favorite because they're a throwback to the 80s and they are elastic. So I think comfort is your best friend this summer. And I threw on some sort of matching jewelry. So I'm wearing the turquoise today, you know, put on a ring, a fun little watch, find those little color accent pops. Who would wear this outfit? John, would you wear this outfit?
Oh, I don't know if I can pull it off. Like that's my thing, but I should. What I need to do is have it in the closet ready to go. Pre-game a little bit, have a couple of cocktails, and then put it on and go out.
Exactly. So if you need a little liquid courage to find that new look, I say go for it. And I wanted to quote RuPaul because he makes such a great statement. You know, we're all in drag every day. We decide to put on clothes. And so I really want all guys this summer to think about, you know, looking a little differently. If I see athletic leisure out in public anymore, I'm going to just throw up. So don't wear just like track shorts and, you know, your flip flops out, you know, really communicate that you know, have some personality. And I think, you know, you never know who you're going to run into. So, or who's going to see you. So I think that's really important is try to look your best, even, you know, when we've got the masks on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's really fun. And I'm so happy to be here today, kind of walking you through some summer tips.
Bottom line,
I appreciate that because women dress up and we wear our heels and this, that, and the third, and guys think they can just wear jeans and t-shirts.
No.
Like we like to see a little something, something too.
Yeah.
And I think
bottom
Chicago,
line, David, all these $1, $5 deals, I'm going to the thrift store with you next time. There's
yes. But I think, you know, ultimately it's not necessarily about thrift stores. You know, we're so excited with Chicago opening up in stage 4. So retail is coming back. There's going to be a lot of sales. And, you know, I love local designers. So, you know, try to support local as much as you can. There's a lot of great men's stores like ESQ, Muggsy Jeans is in the West Loop. You know, go buy that new pair of jeans. There's a lot of great women's stuff at 900 North, like Aziza's brand is gorgeous. So really try to find those really fun pieces. And if you take anything from today is really have a big statement piece and have some personality in it. So you're not just blending in with everybody else. And I think that's, you know, we're all looking for some new energy in our lives. And I want to use that energy and communicate it through clothes. So that's sort of, and I'm saying this to you as a past winner of the Chicago Costume Council Men's Fashion Awards. So I received the Best Dressed Award 2 years ago. So I'm sharing with you what, you know, what I believe, and especially with working with models every day at 10 Management, you know, we really try to have some fun. So I'm so happy we had some fun today. Hopefully you learned.
Yeah, it was great. Let's get David's information up on the screen to show where people can follow him and get more information about 10management.com, MGMT. Thanks, David.
All right, gang. Talk to you soon.
Bye,
Thank
David.
Great.
There's David's handle right there. He is a really, really cool follow on social media. So check him out. I feel like all his stuff needs a little asterisk by it though, because he's like this thin, slim model. Like, okay, it all looks great.
he kept talking about COVID-19 curves, and I was like, you just posted a shirtless photo, David. I hope he's still watching. Like, you can't fool us, okay?
Right. Really cool. Let me tell you about Job Hunt Chicago really quick. You guys, we air on the weekends, and we've basically compiled all of the top jobs that are hiring in our area from various different levels to entry level to a little bit more experience. And you need to check it out. 10:30 at 10:30 in the morning on the U and 11:30 a.m. on CW26. And if you are hiring, you're a hiring manager, or you know a company hiring, or you heard about a friend that talked about a job, well, go to jobhuntchicago.com, you guys, and make sure you do a quick submission because we are connecting great people who are ready to work, who need a job. There's so many people that need a job out there. We're connecting them to awesome opportunities. That's what Job Hunt Chicago is all about. So make sure you're checking it out.
That's exciting. Save and share the information, people.
Hey, hey. Okay, let us get ready for our next guest. We want to welcome the Doorstep Divas, also known as Molly Callanan and Caitlin Simone Buffa. And they are part of Lieutenant Dan Band and Catfight. And hey, ladies, how you doing?
Hi. How are
you?
Good morning.
You guys
look absolutely amazing.
Thank you. We got up early and we showered.
I know.
ladies, it's 11:45 in the morning. That ain't that early. Come on now.
For wannabe rock stars.
For a musician, it's early.
Yes, you guys look like rock stars.
I love the blue. Love the blue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, you've been going to people's houses and being rock stars.
Yes, because that's all we can safely do to perform right now.
So as you know, like everything in the music industry is kind of dried up. There's no work for anyone because our entire career revolves around crowds and we can't gather. So we were like, what can we do to make money and to still have our joy?
Right.
So
Yeah, and it all started when my girlfriend knew that I was out of work and wanted to surprise her husband and asked us to come do a singing telegram. Now we're doing them all over Chicago.
Yeah, now we started a company. We were like, this works and people like it and it's fun.
We just did a fashion segment. I feel like we need to redo it again here with you two. How do you guys pick out these outfits? They're insane.
Well, we coordinate for every single one that we do. I call her and say, okay, what colors are we wearing? We always try to make it look really pro.
For me, I'm like, what sequins am I wearing
Yeah,
today?
she loves the sequins.
I know, I love the skirt.
I like my big flat, big boots, you know.
Yeah.
We complement each other well.
That helps with dancing in the grass.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Sometimes my heels do get stuck, and you know, I'm kind of like helping you do your lawn work too.
But the show must go on, ladies.
You got to keep going. Ladies, I know you mentioned that this was something that you didn't expect for it to kick off and go, all out, all crazy. But I think this is important to note that people need this right now, right? Like you're going to other people's homes, giving them a little bit of joy. I mean, how rewarding is that?
Yeah.
It is, because I think music, or part of being a performer, is that human connection. And we were missing that for a few months where you couldn't like live connect with anybody. And even if we're connecting with 2 people, 4 people, it's so nice to sing to them, to have them dancing and enjoying it at the same time. I mean, that's what like performing live is all about.
Yeah.
So that's
and not only that, you guys have had some really kind of special performances too, including a grandson wanted to surprise grandma.
Yeah,
Grandma Betty.
Grandma Betty, my friend Ryan wanted to surprise his grandma, she's quarantined at home with her husband, but it's just the 2 of them. And they're older, so they're being really safe and quarantining. So he wanted to surprise her with a couple diva cameo videos.
So we recorded like this, and now we're just recording to send to people that we can't make it to their doors.
Right. So we're sending videos with, when we'll do a little dedication and talk to them throughout the video, just to kind of cheer people up in that way too.
Okay, so you guys what are you working out? Dance moves, you're getting your choreo, you're singing.
Yes, we get our outfits.
Gonna take the top, gonna take the bottom. Are you ever looking for a 3rd member of the group?
Girl, you got it. You're in.
I gotta look for some blue in my closet now.
You look like you can
I know,
sing.
she's got the right look. She's got the right look.
John, I see your face, John. Don't you try to rain on my parade.
No. I'm just jealous that I can't be the 4th. I mean, come on.
Okay, I'll volunteer. You guys can come to my yard.
Let's take this show on the road.
Divas and a Devo as well. Okay, so it's Pride Month. So you guys have 2 performances for us, and one of them featuring the Queen herself, Lady Gaga. Can we see a little snort snippet?
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin is the queen.
You're right, and I know that, but I meant Queen of the Gays.
You're right.
This is my dog Meatloaf.
Hey!
Yeah, I feel that.
He's so big.
We have to go sing. You gotta beat it.
So we're gonna do a little acapella
Beat it, bud.
for you.
Okay.
Of one of Lady Gaga's favorites. So 2, 3, 4. My mama told me when I was young,
we were all born superstars. She rolled my hair and put my lipstick on in a glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, cause it made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say, I'm beautiful in my way, cause God makes no mistake. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hurt yourself and regret, just love yourself and instead. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way.
Yeah.
There ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Born this way. Baby, I was born. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way.
Yes!
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that is so great.
Keep going.
I know.
Oh, I love that. I love when a song gives you chills. I don't know what it was. I was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
It's
you.
hard not to sing along because we didn't want to mess up like your Zoom video, but we're like, we want to get into it too.
No, we're more than welcome to have you sing along because we love it when the people on the doorsteps will get up and jam and have fun with us. It's when they sort of stare like this that you're like,
Yeah. But you got to keep going.
You got the vibe, you got the fashion, but it wouldn't work without those voices. And when you guys did harmony like that, holy cow, you guys really bring it.
Thank you.
So can we do one more for you?
Yes.
So
yes.
no, you know, I said that we do like birthday parties, anniversaries, whatever. You can tell about your friend that hired us for.
We
Okay.
had a friend hire us for an 80s themed going away party. And
all
their
girls.
friend was moving away. They were decked out, so we got all 80s out. And we did the Golden Girls theme for their friend because
course.
it's thank you for being a friend. So
Yes.
Can we
Okay.
fire in a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's
I
And
have
the five,
to
and the
mute
six.
myself before I
Okay.
start singing.
Snap it up. Okay.
snap it out, girl.
All right, here we go. Thank you for being a friend.
Driving down the road and back again.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend."
Ba, ba,
Ba, ba, ba, ba.
Yes.
Gas hands. Gas hands are included if you need them.
Oh, that is
Ooh.
so awesome.
Yeah, we're kind of ridiculous.
I know, we're crazy.
We don't take ourselves too seriously, and we just like to show up and just like kind of be idiots and have fun, you know?
You guys are my kind of people. Okay.
We told you you're in, girl. You're in.
Yeah. Ladies, thank you so much for stopping on by. We want to get the information up on the screen so people can follow you and book you and do whatever they need to do. Doorstep Divas, Chicago.
Doorstep Divas Chicago.
Thank you so much.
You guys rock. Have fun.
Oh, that was
No,
great.
you
It's
rock.
so good.
Thank you.
Hire us, everyone.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh my God, they're such a cool little group.
I needed that energy. I needed
Yeah.
that. That was amazing.
Well, we're going to put a pause on this for now, but we got the 2 o'clock show coming up where it's going to be more great stuff. I'm so excited. We're talking to the Lieutenant Governor, Juliana Stratton, coming up as well. We're going to talk about some pretty serious stuff, but also dive into some topics. What else we got coming up? We got comedians. We got everything.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Gina. Oh, you want to go, Felicia? You can go.
Well, I was just going to let you know that I'm hosting a game. So sorry, John, but get ready, okay? Because it's going to be fun.
All
That's
right.
not fair. John is here. I know it's a question game, and he's gonna get all of them right. I already know.
Yeah.
I don't
Look
know.
at him. He's scratching his head. Okay. You know, that's shady with it, John.
And I'll be broadcasting live from Goddess and the Grocer, so that'll be fun.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited, guys. See you at 2.
Good too.
Ciao, ciao.